Hey guys, welcome to the first ever episode of TeaBagging Podcast with me, Mr. Ice-T, and Infinity. So Infinity, how's your life?
Hello everyone. My life is going brilliantly, let me tell you that. First of all, what has been happening in my life? GTA, I heard you ask. No, but we've been playing, me and Icy here have been playing GTA Online recently, quite a bit after the new Bikers update. It's been going really well.
Before you say anything else, you might be wondering, who's Icy? So let's first introduce ourselves.
You might be right, sorry, I'm getting too ahead of myself. I usually do. Okay, so, Icy, please introduce yourself. And first of all, I'll tell the audience, your name is not, and I repeat, not Icy, but it's your nickname. Let's just say nickname, okay?
Okay. Anyway, my nickname's Icy, and, well, I just wanted to start this podcast just to obviously entertain people, and also I actually kind of learn myself when listening to Voldy, which you will hear from in a minute. Anyway, I play on the computer. Sometimes and rarely play Xbox One, but yeah, I'm not really like someone who knows a lot about computers, like coding, games, and like how they run and stuff, but I know a bit about games. But Voldy.
Hello, my name is Voldy, and other people can call me Infinity. I have my own YouTube channel, and it is under the name Infinity, and I do tech videos. I am very, very interested in tech, and I would like to say I know a fair amount about tech and the ins and outs. I do play video games as well. I do love video games. I play usually on my PC nowadays. It switches, it varies. I play on my PS4 as well, and it varies how much I play on each device. I do also play on handhelds. I do have a respectable amount of handhelds, as you might know. But yeah, I think it's really important for people to know our background so they know where our opinions come from. From my perspective, I joined this podcast because, well, Icy here pleaded me to, and he'd go on his knees and begged me to do the podcast with him.
I paid him.
Don't talk about that. Don't talk about that. But no, I like the idea of making podcasts, and with my knowledge, and I can teach him. He's like my apprentice, apprentice.
I know more stuff, some stuff.
But yeah, this is more of you guys listening in to me, sort of teaching him, just talking about topics and some jokes and whatnot. So you guys are basically listening into a conversation. So you guys are a bit, you guys could stop eavesdropping, that'd be nice, but So yeah, so what's the first thing we're doing?
Well, I want to add something else to what we were saying, and can we have at least one, even if it's half, a quarter of a, 'cause at least we get some sort of
maybe even a subscriber, but that might be asking a bit too much.
Yeah, jeez, man, we don't want to be as famous as PewDiePie. And this might be too early, but I just wanted to ask, can you give us a name we should call you?
Ooh, me?
No, don't, no. People in the comments, can you give us a name to call you? It might be early, but it will just be easier to just be like, oh, guys, it's kind of just weird. And
we were personally thinking of teabags, each one of you, or
some kids might be listening, man. We can't talk about teabagging.
Well, this is called a TeaBagging Podcast, so there's no excuse.
Oh, by the way, there's a warning, guys. We might swear a bit, and it's not like. But we're not gonna censor it as well, so.
Yeah, but just understand where this podcast lies. But yeah, continue.
So talking about GTA.
Yes. What about GTA?
My bike's better than yours.
No, look, I think your bike looks butt ugly. It looks terrible.
Okay, I feel the same way. You paid more, I paid less, and my one's faster than yours.
Okay, fair enough. Okay, so basically, a good way to segue this on is that GTA recently did its Halloween update, sort of ordeal.
Excuse.
And they released 2 new bikes as part of the Bikers DLC. First of all was the LCC Sanctus, which is a Halloween-y really badass bike. It has skulls and stuff. And it costs 2 million, which is a bit much. I mean, it's more than a T20, but points aside, the other bike that they released was the Pegassi Vortex. The Vortex, I love the look of it. It was the only bike that I was excited about. And as soon as I saw it, I was like, you know what, screw it, I'm ordering it in pink and I'm gonna have it. I changed the colour later.
What are you, gay?
But I changed the colour later and it looks really cool and whatnot. But then I see. I can't believe you did
guys,
this.
first of all, listen up. I wasn't trying to buy a bike to like show off me like ha 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 ha. I'm not that kind of person. The only reason I wanted to buy it so I could be fast and also I could do wheelies, because in a way wheelies actually got kind of fun. I know you'd be like, what? Are you okay or something in the head or something? But the thing is, wheelies are sometimes fun to do. Think about it. Especially when the new update where you can hit people, especially.
I agree. Bikes for me are a bit more fun than cars in general. But yeah, you bought a bike for 100k. What was it again? I can't remember the name.
The Shitsu Hakuyuchi, some sort of weird name.
It's a weird name, but it looks like for anyone that knows anything about bikes, it looks like a Hayabusa, and it doesn't look that pretty, in my opinion. But I'm not gonna lie to you guys. It goes pretty darn fast. But I'm not gonna lie as well. I love the customizability of my bike way more.
And also, the thing I like about your bike, it's easier to handle. Because when it goes fast, when you try to do a big turn, it will just like crash and stuff.
Yeah, it's not, you have to slow down and it's just...
Yeah.
Anyway, enough about bikes. What else is going on in GTA?
250,000 for everyone to say thank you from Rockstar.
So isn't it like their anniversary for like the game coming out?
Well, I'm not really sure. I feel like it's more of just to say thank you for people actually purchasing the game, purchasing, the shark cards or whatever they're called, and yeah.
I mean, that's a good way to give back to the community. I'm not gonna lie to you. When everything in the game costs so bloody much, 250k
a little bit more
was a bit cheap of them. But hey, any money is good money.
Yeah.
You see.
And also, cars have a discount as well, which is actually pretty good.
It's around like up to 40-30%, yeah.
Yeah, that's actually pretty good because I really want to buy the Pegasus and Torno. Like, you think it looks bad.
The only reason, I feel like it looks a bit too edgy for me.
Come on, we stole it last time in the game. Come on.
It did look, okay, I will admit, it kind of looks cool, but I feel like I'd grow tired of it. It just looks... It looks like a really overly exaggerated Lamborghini, but I can see why it appeals to you.
By the way, guys, if you skip to here and you don't know what's happening, we did not actually steal. It's from GTA.
This is all GTA.
Yeah.
But yeah.
And what do you think about the new Bikers DLC?
The Bikers DLC, I like it, but speaking of something that happened, remember, this is a disclaimer. This is all in GTA. Nothing happened in real life.
Yes.
Your weed farm got taken over by the police. Obviously because you didn't upgrade their security. But damn it costs a lot to get those. And then they can just disappear in just like that.
Yeah, but I don't understand. I just wanted to say this. Jay only took my stuff. But he never said anything about taking the weed and stuff. I thought it was kind of weird because I thought if they didn't take anything of the weed, they probably did, but like I could have just bought new stuff and that's it.
You could have. That's the thing. Now you just have to buy a new business. Okay, next time do cocaine.
Again, GTA. And the thing is, I don't really like the process of waiting.
Oh, because it takes way too long.
It took me around a week to get like the product, like the money for the product.
Yeah.
However, while I was doing like missions and like contracts and stuff, we got money faster than doing that because I can easily get 200,000 in one day.
Yeah, just by doing contracts.
I have to wait a week.
Yeah.
And the thing that's kind of sad is every time you leave the server, the people in your motorcycle car leave. Like, I kind of understand that because you can't always have the same person on the same team because they're going to leave and stuff. However, it's like me and you, like, we play, like, a lot of times, which is kind of weird.
If you're in the same server with the same people from that were in your motorcycle club before, they should just be automatically added in. That's my opinion. Or
And
if you're
also,
there on your friends list. Yeah.
something sad is when I get the product and the money for it, you don't get half of it because at first we didn't really know anything because we didn't research. We were just like YOLO with
Yeah,
this.
we just winged it.
Yeah. Because like we were like, yes, we will both get half, and at that time we didn't really have that much money. We were at that time when we could only buy like those, those like cheap bikes.
Yeah,
like,
surprisingly, but you did earn your fair amount of money, to be fair.
Yeah.
And
then I spend it on rocket launches. Again, cheating.
We don't talk about that. We spend our money wisely. But yeah, no, I'm enjoying it though. I do like the contract. It does, to be fair, the CEO business does get you better money, but I'm not gonna lie.
Too much.
Yeah, I'm the CEO business is not as fun for me as this is. Yeah. Anyway, moving on to another topic, unless you have something more to say. You don't. Good. Okay. Go on for your next topic.
Microsoft. Wait. Windows 10 making a VR.
They're not making a VR.
Yes, they are making a VR.
I haven't read about this.
Well, I haven't read a lot because it just came out yesterday.
Yeah.
And apparently they're making a VR. They're coming late in making a VR, which I don't know. It's kind of weird. It feels like everyone's making a VR.
I know. Everyone's going on the bandwagon.
Yeah. So what's your?
Are you sure you're not getting confused by the HoloLens?
No.
Do you know what the HoloLens is? Okay. What? So it's gonna be like for the Xbox One?
No, just.
Huh. That's
Windows
interesting.
10.
That's curious. I don't know much about it, but if they
yeah,
are,
but I just wanted to ask your opinion, guys.
I feel like this isn't. I mean, everyone is jumping on this idea. Look, we have so many options now. Even mobile phones can be used as VR. I feel they can't oversaturate the market. It's like having 5 different consoles to pick from. It's just look, back when Sega was still around making consoles. I don't know much about it, to be honest with you, but as far as I know, the console market became oversaturated, and I feel like the same thing's gonna happen with VR. They have to be really careful. As long as it's gonna stand out, then that's good, but they have to be careful with what they make.
Talking about VR, what do you think of the PlayStation VR?
Okay, the PlayStation VR. I like it a lot. But it's bloody expensive. It's cheaper, don't get me wrong. It's cheaper than the other options. But it's still if you compare the price, a PlayStation. I bought my PlayStation used for £250. If I bought a new PlayStation VR, granted, I did get my PlayStation 4 after maybe a year or two it came out. The PlayStation VR costs as much as a brand spanking new PlayStation 4. That's asking for a lot, and especially since it doesn't perform all too well. But what do you think?
What I think is bringing a topic inside this topic, is that Game, which is a store in England, making people pay for demos.
They sell games, just so you know.
A store named Game that sells games.
Genius.
Basically, the news about this is they're making people pay about £15 for 15 minutes to play a small demo of the Samsung VR, which is weird because like...
Oh, Samsung VR. Huh.
No, I don't keep mixing up.
I was going to say, I'm really confused. Samsung VR?
PlayStation VR.
Okay, good.
Don't worry, guys. It's first time, anyway.
We're going to make mistakes. Don't listen to us. Just go down. Okay, continue.
Just pretend you never heard it. But what I think is, they're making people pay for the session for the VR. Is kind of like, as basically. So say I'm selling you my good computer,
Yeah.
And I'm like, if you want to try it out before you buy it, you have to pay £15. And most people will be like, nah, it's just I don't want to buy it. It's £15. Like, I don't want to try it for £15. Yeah. Unless you're like some sort of like billionaire that doesn't care about his money or
Obviously.
something. And then when you come back home, it might have like 1 million viruses, and it was your choice not to like try it out. That's what I feel like is kind of pushing people away from the PlayStation VR.
The point I want to compare this to is neither of us have any experience with this, but I have seen that when you want to go and buy a new car, you can ask for a test drive, and most of the time it's gonna be free to just try out the vehicle, because you're not gonna just slam down money and be like, yes, I'm taking that vehicle without even trying it out, And it's the same thing with PlayStation VR. It's quite for a gimmicky piece of hardware, slamming down £350 for something like that without having any like test drive in quotes, that kind of defeats the purpose. And no one wants to like put down £15 to something that they don't know if they're even gonna like. They might even get sick of it because motion sickness. But yeah.
Well, it's in a way it's also a good thing for PlayStation. Jesus Christ.
Samsung, Sony, different things.
Is it? I'm joking. But it's kind of making them a lot of money because, okay, if it is pretty good, like I can't really judge it because I haven't tried it out yet. If it's pretty good, they'll get addicted to it, and like they want to buy more demos, and then they'll be like, then they'll buy more demos, and they'll be like, yes, I'm gonna buy this. And yeah.
One of the points you made earlier today, when we were just speaking about this, you made a good point that people come into game shops. You know how you have those demo consoles and they just sit there and just play, like, say FIFA. I hate that game, by the way, but say FIFA is on the big screen and I can see them playing for like 20 minutes. Like, I've never worked at a game store, but I bet if I did, I'd have to kick them out eventually because they're just hogging the PlayStation 4. It would be the exact same thing. They don't want not little kids, but teenagers coming in and just using the PlayStation VR for a bunch of time. And what if they break it? That's... I don't think Sony's really giving out demo units, especially. It's just, like... Okay, this is actually a really good point. I don't know if you've ever gone to, like, Toys R Us or Game or stores, and when you go up to the demo consoles, have you seen the controllers?
They're like connected so you can't pull them out.
But have you seen how they have like their thumbsticks are like broken or they just look really disgusting? This is a thing that's gonna be on your face, and imagine like going through 30,000 people having that on their face. That's gonna be weird. So they kind of tried to slim it down for people that are definitely like willing to try out. It's more, they need to have people that are responsible rather than just kids coming in whacking it all around. What if they fall and smash it? There's just a bunch of different like little caveats, and
but the thing is, like, okay, that can be true as well, but I feel like it's something to do with PlayStation doing this as well, because like, when I went to a game store because I wanted to buy some Steam coins, just to buy GTA, which I play on now.
Yeah.
I saw the Oculus Rift on demo, which I tried out, and it was actually pretty good, But they weren't making me pay for that unless it's something that, like, just started, now. But I'm not sure. I'll try to check out and maybe tell you next podcast.
That would be pretty cool. Interesting. The PlayStation VR... The hardware itself. Have you seen what people think of it?
Yeah, but I've watched a lot of videos and people are like addicted and stuff. I've even seen like a lot of pranks. Like you're so concentrated on the game you don't even know what's going around. You're just like, oh, I don't like this.
Yeah, it's really easy to scare people in VR.
Especially remember when I tried the cardboard.
Oh yeah,
Google cardboard.
You kept on looking, like you were just sitting there on my sofa and like you kept on looking at me like making sure I didn't like scare you. Like, dude, chill. I'm not gonna scare you. But I've heard a lot of good things about it too. A lot of people do like the price point, but there are the biggest problem that people have been finding with the PlayStation VR is, the PlayStation Move controls, those things that look inappropriate, let's say. I mean, well, you know what? Let me get one out. I have one right over here. This is a PlayStation Move controller.
Yeah, everyone could see.
Well, yeah, I know. I'm showing it to you. It looks strange, to say the very least, but I've heard that it just doesn't track very well. It doesn't, like, I've seen people with their hands glitching out in the VR space, and it screws up the game. I think that they should have updated it. Yeah, it does look very weird.
Okay, if it didn't have that big white ball...
I mean, it needs to track it, but it's not... I think they needed to make an updated version that had maybe a couple more lights on it, so then you can track how
I think that would pretty cool thing is if you had gloves. You know how they use in movies when they use those suits and like you can like use animations and moving, which would be pretty cool. Thank you, by the way, for showing me.
Show and tell.
Yeah.
No, actually that's not a bad idea. Gloves can work, but to some extent, without, you need buttons still, but I could see something like that. I just think that they kind of... This came out in 2011, 2010? This isn't 6-year technology. It's not that great. I think they could have... Whilst it's good to reuse old technology, I think it would have been better to put on different...
And I'm not a person that would buy a PS4. I'm more of a Xbox fan, but I might buy in the future. The thing that's a problem for me is, okay, you buy a PS4 and you're like, oh, I might as well just buy the VR, or if you're rich, if you're like on a budget, and obviously you might not buy it. And you're like, okay, I bought it. You come back home, you put it on, you need a camera, wasting more money. Then you come back home and you're like, wait, I need the motion sensors, and you're like, oh my god, adding all of the money together, you're just like, they're just making money off of just like the nothing, like,
I completely understand.
And especially, you can't even get like really good games out of it. Obviously, like the Batman game is obviously, I've heard amazing stuff about it, but then, like, they make too much money out of it.
Right now, I'm really shocked actually. I'm on the Amazon.co.uk, just so everyone knows. The PlayStation VR here is £434, and I'm pretty sure that's just the headset. So, because I remember that they said the price would be £350 for the headset itself. I'm surprised that it's nearly £100 more now. Whilst this could be because they need to restock, but that's quite insane. Yeah. The whole price with this whole PlayStation VR, it's kind of misleading to some extent. Whilst the problem is that all these prices, like you said, add up. It's still, at the end, it's still going to be cheaper than having a Oculus Rift with a capable PC. There's no doubt in that. But it kind of does all add up with the whole PlayStation Move controls, cameras, everything. But yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. There are some... It's strange. They had to do some things to keep the price down.
Well, it's kind of a good idea as well, because, you know how those nerds and, like, people, they're like, I need this now, I'm going to buy it straight away. Like, I've seen a lot of people, like, with the new Apple thing, they're like, I'm going to buy it now, straight away, even though it's, like, gonna come in 2 weeks.
Exactly.
So, like, nerds, they'll buy anything. Like, they wouldn't even care about their money. They don't even care that they have to eat. As long as it's energy drinks and games.
I will admit, to be honest...
Not sponsored by Monster.
Yeah, to be honest, you're basically describing ourselves. If we had money...
Okay.
If we had money, you're basically describing... We are literally here sitting with Monster energy drinks. I feel like if I had money to spend, I probably would have gone this. But it's just... I don't have that money.
Yeah, I know, exactly. Back to what I was saying, like, nerds will just buy stuff, like, straight away. And sorry that you'll be like, yeah, but I'm not a nerd and I want to buy it. Like, okay, sorry, I'm not making fun of how you sound. Just sorry. Anyway, like, they'll buy it straight away. That making, Sony make more money.
Yeah, without a doubt. To be fair, you are describing me and to some extent you. We just naturally, we want to try the latest and greatest. But for now, I'm gonna wait until it becomes... I'm gonna wait and see how Sony handles this, because if they don't put out enough games on it, if they don't keep on supporting it, if this is gonna be another PlayStation Vita, I'm not falling for that again. I feel like that's really it. The games are good for the most part for now. Like there are some interesting games on it. I think that's really it about the PlayStation VR.
Oh wait,
Whoa.
Talking about PlayStation, let's talk about the controller.
We
don't copy Xbox. We don't use their parts. So what about the controller?
Okay. To be honest with you, I don't know much about the new PlayStation controller. I did actually I did see the new what they look like. I haven't read about them too much, but okay, look here. I'm gonna give kudos to Xbox for making such a brilliant controller. I do love the Xbox controller. I do. I actually have one over there. I like both controllers quite a lot.
Okay, guys, the thing I hate about this is, on the new Xbox One controller is this noise.
Oh.
Do you get it? It's kind of like, okay.
The bumper, yeah.
On the Xbox 360, it wasn't that loud because, okay, say you're playing at night and like your parents are sleeping, yeah, and all you hear is like click, 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 click.
It's tactile.
That's the only thing I like about PS4's controller is that it just has that quiet.
There are a couple things I don't know why people like them, but the triggers on the Xbox controller. Whilst the people don't know this, but we're actually like handling the controllers right now. Or like we have them in our hands. We have a PS4 controller and the Xbox controller to compare. I hate the triggers on the Xbox so much. I like the PS4 controllers because they have that like resistance, like they push back up, so they feel like triggers. These they just go down, and it's not really satisfying. But either way, anyway, about the new controllers, they're not made by Sony, so they're officially made by Razer, which Razer always. I'm using it.
Sponsor us, please.
Please. But yeah. That aside, who was the other company? I don't know. I can't remember the name. Like it was a really weird name. I've never heard of the company.
I don't know. But the thing I'm saying about the new PS4 controller, not the new one. It's the
two.
Yeah, I've heard about. The thing I do like about the original one is that it's kind of small. Because I have big hands. Like Jesus Christ, man! I might as well be a giant for some sort of movie, man. But it's like kind of like weird, and it's like too. But look, when you're holding, it's kind of weird. But when you're holding the thing, it's like big, and it's kind of
the
like,
Xbox controller. Yeah, I agree. The Xbox controller feels great, and they've always done a great job with their controllers. But I don't know. The new Xbox controllers, the two of them. No, not Xbox controllers. Sorry. No, yeah, they do look like Xbox controllers.
Yeah, exactly.
But the new PS4 controllers, I've noticed they changed the thumbsticks. I don't know if it was the Razer one or the other one. No, it was the other one. They have the thumbstick over here. That's weird. So they have it in the placement that the Xbox controller has. I find that strange. Because I don't mind how both controllers are. I grew up with a original Xbox and I loved it so much. Okay, here's the picture of the.
Yeah, everyone. Yeah. Everyone, the picture.
I see here.
The thing is,
handed me his phone to look at the controller.
So, I have an Xbox One, and we received a headset with it, because, like, Xbox Live. And the thing that connects the headset to the controller looks exactly the same as Xbox. And I know, but Waldy said that, Sony didn't make it, but, like, still, it's, like, kind of, like, stealing from, like...
Is it? I don't think
in my opinion, they're stealing. Don't guys be like, haters gonna hate.
Although I will admit that the new... I don't know. I need to really hold one to figure it out, but they don't look too comfortable compared... I don't know. There's something about me that just does not look that comfortable. I am interested to try them out, but in the end, they're probably going to cost way too much. I will. Have you seen the Xbox Elite controllers? I
don't understand. Why don't just use a normal one? Just because it looks nice.
The Elite controllers, you can change a lot of things. You can change the thumbsticks, the D-pad.
Yeah, I know, but
I like that. They actually sold really well, and I wonder if this has any. I don't know. Again, I didn't really read much about this topic. Does it have? Do the controls do anything special? They have. I have read one thing about them. They have paddles on the back, so you can use them as other, controls in video games, which I like.
Talking about controllers, once I was researching, just like, bored, and you just like search random stuff, and I saw the future concept of the Xbox One controller, which you can search up now, guys, and you'll see it. And basically, it's kind of weird. Like it looks amazing, but it's kind of weird. It's obviously probably fake. You know how people just draw it, but if what I see is actually what's gonna happen, it's pretty cool. It's a touch screen, and like you can like turn the touch screen into, like, say you're playing GTA, you press a button and you can see the GTA map on your controller.
That's kind of like the Wii U controller.
Yeah, but I know the things are there, but the D-pad, everything is on the touchscreen, which is kind of...
Oh god no. On touchscreen controls, screw that. There's a reason why people have controllers. We're not... no. There's no way in hell I'm ever going to use a touchscreen, like, joypad thing. No. But moving on, since we're hitting the 30-minute mark, we're going to talk about the Nintendo Switch. The Nintendo Switch. You've seen it, obviously.
Yes, obviously.
Nintendo released they've released their new console. Yeah, revealed. Let's say they revealed their new console, and I like it a lot. I won't lie to you. What do you think of it?
I think it's actually amazing, especially like I talked to you about earlier. When you go on a plane, like think about it. It's just like, okay, you might have movies, games, but it's like, it's like weird, but like you're sitting next to your friend, you don't really talk to him, you more like just, watch a video. But look, play with him and like it's more fun.
Well, that's a good point, but what if we have the 3DS to do that?
But you can't really play with your friend. Like,
you can. I mean, if both of you guys have 3DS, then you can play. But I will admit, this does look much more appealing. It's more powerful. You can play. You automatically have two controllers on the sides of the thing, so you can like give one to your friend. They're called Joy-Cons, just so you know, Joy-Cons. Yeah. But they look so teeny tiny. I don't have the biggest of hands, like medium size, and I'd even find that probably uncomfortable. But it's a way to play. It's like a last resort. It's not terribly bad. It's better than nothing, let's say. But yeah. But in general, the Nintendo Switch, I like the idea of it. Whilst everyone probably knows all the features that have come out, we'll just talk about the new things. We've heard it supposedly should only have around 3 hours of battery life.
That's bad.
As long as, like, say they use, I hope they won't have a proprietary charging port, so it's gonna be like micro USB, who knows, maybe even USB-C. That would be amazing. If we could just take a battery bank with us, like, I don't know, 10,000 milliamps, that's gonna be great. You just think of, you could play for hours on end. Skyrim. Imagine playing Skyrim for 10 hours straight on like on the
road
flight.
Trip.
Road trips, yeah. I think this is gonna be a success as long as Nintendo plays their cards well, because after the whole fiasco with Wii U, yeah, they really need to sort themselves out, because if they have another Wii U, because this isn't too far from what the Wii U was. This is, in my opinion, the perfected Wii U. It's thinner, it's more, you can actually take it around with you. It seems better. So I hope that this will actually do well.
They're also kind of taking a step, because like, it's like, you can't really see like PS4 doing this. Obviously they did a handheld, like, PS Vita, but like with friends with controllers, like that's a big step for Nintendo. Hopefully it doesn't become like, Wii U, like, it just like, okay, it was popular at the start, but then like no one really cared about it. Like
the only reason it dropped in like popularity, it was because no one made games for it apart from Nintendo. They, like, Mario was coming out, Mario Kart 8, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I'm probably right, or 9, can't remember. But Mario Kart came out for it, great game. What other games came out for it?
There's a lot of Lego games.
Yeah, there were a couple.
Lego City Undercover.
Yeah, that one was exclusive to Nintendo consoles. I like that a lot. And yeah, it came out with a lot of good games. Splatoon as well. Like, I've heard good things about that. A lot of HD remasters of Legend of Zelda. But that isn't enough to sell a console. I still want a Wii U just to play all those, like now we can actually say they're classics. I want to play those classics, but there's just no, you won't find you won't find mainstream AAA games. I don't think Assassin's Creed came out for, I think Black Flag was the only Assassin's Creed game that came out for the Wii U. But after that, I don't see Syndicate on the Wii U, and you see, they need to make sure their third party developers are on point. So Ubisoft comes out with games, EA, whether you like them or not, it's important to have third-party games on the console.
Well, for me, I've heard that Pokemon or Game Freak or whatever their company's called, they're actually planning to make games. Like, okay, I know this is something for more like, DSs and like 3DSs, whatever, 2DSs, I would like to see another game like Sun and Moon, like the newest one coming out.
Oh, so like an actual RPG, because they did make games for the Wii U, like Pokken Tournament. That's like a fighting Pokemon game. Although I think that they really if they made back to GameCube days. So this was a while back. They had Pokemon Colosseum and Pokemon XD. It was like full on RPGs and it was amazing. I don't understand why people don't make them anymore. So if they make one for this, by God, I'm gonna buy that. Honestly, I love Pokemon, and that would be an amazing thing to play.
Some people might think different about this, but imagine having a game like Pokemon Black and White or whatever it's called, 2 or whatever, split screen with your friend.
Oh God, a split screen Pokemon RPG. That'd be interesting, but I don't know how that'd work. It would be interesting.
But it would be fun. Like, think about it. I know it's weird, but I feel like Game Freak can actually like somehow make it work, because when I was like young, I didn't really care about these graphics. Like, graphics don't really bother me unless it's like some sort of like FIFA 95 or 94, whatever the first ever
FIFA was.
Game Boy was like addictive, but now like you see on your Xbox, you're like, all of these games.
I'm not gonna lie.
And they're like fast to finish. However, when it's like Pokemon, it's not like the first like gym is just like, oh, you won, here's your gym battle. The second one, oh, here's your gym battle. It's more like you fail, you restart again, you make your Pokemons better, you fail again, you restart, and then it's fun. That's fun.
You feel the sense of accomplishment.
Yeah.
I'll actually tell you a quick story. Just yesterday, actually, I went downstairs. I got prepared to play The Witcher 3 on my PS4. I've been meaning to play it, like really sit down and play it. I start it and I'm like, whoa, this is complicated.
Might as well just go upstairs, watch YouTube videos.
Yeah, I seriously just got way too intimidated by all the things I needed to learn. For me, I just couldn't play it. I literally was like, you know what, screw this, I cannot play it. I'm not good enough to play this game. And I wish there was just like, I don't know, it might be just because I'm a terrible...
Is there a tutorial? Because
there's obviously a tutorial, but I feel like it just too much too soon. You're the fighting combat. For me, maybe I need to put in more time. Maybe I just my attention span is like that of a goldfish, and so I don't know. But yeah, you say your opinion.
Well, basically,
say your opinion about the Nintendo Switch.
Okay, Nintendo Switch. I thought you were talking about Witcher, sorry. With Nintendo Switch, okay, like I said before, us having like something to travel around with a new thing is kind of like fun. And like I feel like it's gonna get a lot of money, because like think about I don't see like people just buying like a tablet just to watch like movies while they're like driving. I see people like buying this so they can like entertain themselves while driving around. Like, I would rather buy a Nintendo Switch rather than just playing like a, split screen game on your phone. Like, it's kind of like dull and boring and like...
I can agree. Yeah, I can agree with you. Yeah, but at the end of the day, Nintendo Switch, I feel like it's going to be really good. The Joy-Con controllers for the Nintendo Switch, the things that go, people think that they're going to be like Wii remotes.
That's actually not bad. I kind of enjoy it. It's like, unless they have like that knuckle thing or whatever it's called, it's kind of like.
I don't think that this is gonna be. I don't think the game developers are gonna use the motion too much, but I feel like it's gonna be more of a thing. The virtual console. The virtual console where you can like buy old Nintendo games. I very possibly see Wii games being brought back and you can play them. I don't I don't know. The only games I really...
Yeah, Wii Sports.
Yeah, Wii Sports. I don't mind. Hey, look, dude, I'll verse you. When I get my Nintendo Switch, I'll verse you at tennis again, okay?
Boxing.
Tennis. Oh my god.
Honestly, it might be like the most boring game, but it's addictive. Like Flappy Bird. Like, I hate this, but might as well just play it more.
Yeah. Anyway, moving on, because that way too long. Do you want to tell me about one of your topics?
One of my topics. Okay, let's think about this. The Skylanders game.
God, no.
Imagine.
I hate it.
Icy's such a kid. He's playing the. I just wanted to talk about it.
Are you like 8 years old?
Shh! Don't give my identity out. No, I'm just joking. I'm not. But the only reason why I wanted to talk about is their like creativity, where you can customize your own character. That's the only thing I want to talk about. Customize your own character.
I agree. Yeah, I'm so surprised Skylanders is around. I remember when it came out and I was like, what, 12, maybe 11? It was not that long ago.
It's obviously better than like this Disney Infinity. Obviously not better than the Lego Dimensions.
I much rather. I played I have Lego Dimensions. I really enjoy it. Although the replayability... Hey, look, the main story is good. Don't get the expansion packs. That's really all I can say.
I just want to ask your opinion of creating your own character. How does that change, like, the game?
I don't know anything about the game, to be honest with you. I don't really look into
it. You can change, like, one leg's that, the other leg's that, the tails that, the bodies that, the arms that, the things that...
If I look at this from a kid's perspective, yes, that is cool. You make your own character, you have your own story. Kind of, it's like a physical... MMO, more or less, where you actually you create your own characters in MMOs like World of Warcraft. This is kind of like a kid's version, you can like make your own character and, I like it. Yeah. That's
anything you have to talk about?
My next topic, I think that, the COD Infinite Warfare beta.
I've never played that, so you told me more.
To be fair, it was a week ago now. It was a week ago.
Still bringing old memes back.
It was a week ago, and I played it, completely hated it. I think it was one of the worst.
It was a remake.
It's not a remake, no.
Oh, sorry, I got confused with a different one.
It was. It's just so poorly made.
Yeah, I've heard there are a lot of problems about quick scoping.
Oh, yep, quick scoping and noob tubing is back. They're bringing back...
what's noob tubing? I didn't really hear about that.
They're bringing back the worst from older CODs. Noob tubing is when you run around with an RPG and shoot someone in the legs and then they go flying and then they die.
It's not like we do that in GTA.
Yeah, no.
Just use pistols. Like.
To be fair, it's more fun in GTA, but it just gets annoying after a while in COD. All I'm saying is that they didn't make it that great. I feel like it's kind of half-assed. Look, the next time it comes out, the next GTA, the next COD that comes out is gonna be better, because I heard that it was gonna be about in the Vietnam War. So, like, that's what, like around 30 less? Yeah, 30 years ago, let's say. That's not bad. That's gonna be interesting, I think. COD Black Ops, the first one, did have its Vietnam moments, and I really, really enjoyed
Black Ops 2, remember we used to play every day.
To be fair,
that was actually
Black
fun.
Ops 2 was really good. What are your opinions about... I know you haven't played it, but just from hearing all the backlash from this...
Okay.
Actually, I'm sorry to interrupt you.
Rude.
But what do you think of this? You know that COD Modern Warfare is remastered. I think that's the thing that you
Yeah.
So you have to buy Infinite Warfare to get the remastered COD. You know what? That's kind of stupid. I feel like that's a really big cash grab. So you need to get the game. You need to get the game first, and you need to have the disc inside the console to play it. And I feel like that's just terrible. What do you think of that?
Well, I'm not really a fan of COD. It's the only thing I like was Black Ops 2.
Yeah.
And the thing is, I hate about COD is because it's getting too futuristic. Because, okay, maybe in the future, like 20 years forward, they'll have maybe exosuits or something, like teleportation and stuff. Or maybe not teleportation, that's maybe a little bit too far into the future.
I don't want that in COD. Teleportation, that'd be terrible.
Yeah, that's too bad. And the thing, it's like, I'd rather enjoy something like, like what I'm saying, like something like back in like the old days, maybe like Battlefield 1, like they're doing. And yeah.
Battlefield 1 recently came out, and I've heard really good things about it.
I've heard a little bit bad stuff that like the guns are like easy to use. I feel like there should be more heaviness on it.
Yeah, you can actually feel the heaviness of the weapons. Another FPS that came out was Titanfall 2.
Haven't heard about that.
You haven't? Oh, Titanfall. Have you ever heard of the?
I've heard of the
Titanfall?
game, but I haven't heard of how it's.
It's actually made by the same people that made COD before. I can't remember. It's a bit of a strange thing, but it's made by Respawn Studios, and they make. I really enjoyed the first Titanfall, and I feel like the second one got a decent review on Polygon. It got a 7 out of 10, which I find cool. Basically, the premise is that you're a little soldier, and there's also titans, like big mech things that you can go in and just wreak havoc on. It looks really cool. Won't lie to you. Do you have a topic to talk about?
Not really, not much.
Do you not have anything more on your script thing that you put on?
No.
Oh my god, you told me that you had so much more. This is a nightmare.
Well, there's not really much to talk about. Let's just do things.
Oh, yeah, right here on Polygon, I just found the Microsoft, did we talk about the Microsoft thing?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, okay, I forgot.
Making me look bad. Come on. Yeah.
To be honest, that's really it.
Do you have anything?
Okay, let's see, what do I have here? The NES Classic, yeah, most people know about it. The only thing I can say is that it's been really hard to find here in England now. But to be fair, I'm not gonna drown this out anymore because I'm literally milking this.
It's
whole
our
podcast.
First episode. Come on, we can't do our life.
Okay, well, we're doing okay. I think we should just close it off. We are around 46 minutes.
That's a good one for our first ever.
Yeah, for our first one. Hey, we hope we didn't bore you guys too much and maybe gave you a bit of laughter.
We're so cringy.
This is so cringy. But you know what? Everyone okay, anyway, let me shout out my channel because you're obviously not paying me for this podcast. How dare you? Okay, you guys can find me on youtube.com and just type in the search bar Infinity. I don't know my actual URL for the channel, but yeah, Infinity, and the end, like it's infinity, like a cup of tea. But yeah, I do tech reviews. I haven't uploaded in a while actually. That's because I'm pretty bad with uploading. But I'll upload something eventually.
Yeah, I don't have a YouTube channel, but okay. I do now.
To be fair, this is more or less you own this YouTube channel. Actually, you're gonna have a Twitter account soon. So if anything, you guys can follow him on Twitter.
It'll be in the description.
Yeah, and then he'll just post stupid stuff, and yeah.
Shut up.
Literally, this is all just made up right now. He doesn't have a Twitter account as of right now when we're recording this, but there you go. Now he has a Twitter account. I'm making one as we speak. Okay.
Anyway, guys, feel free to ask us questions down below.
We would love that.
Yeah, and okay, this might be too early, but we have a challenge for you guys. On our Twitter, you tag us to your tweet.
Are we doing a giveaway or
No, come on, we're not that big of a YouTube channel to actually do that. We have to choose a number from 1 to 30, and if you guess it right, you get to play with us GTA. But you have to have GTA and a PC.
What? Okay, fine. I guess that's again another thing that's happening just now. Okay, I did not agree to this, but okay. Yeah, I guess that's a thing now.
Okay, anyway, guys, thanks for watching the TeaBagging Podcast. Remember to...
This is me, Voldy, and I am signing off.
This is me, Icy, and we're signing off.
Awesome, we're both signing off. And now we're gonna fly away like beautiful butterflies. Okay, well, God, this has been terrible, but thank you for... If you guys have been sticking around till this long...
Thank you.
Kudos to you guys, because that's impressive. Yeah, anyway... join us for our next podcast, which should be, I don't know, maybe next week. Who knows? We'll see.
Okay.
Thank you guys. Have a good one.